Next question today is from Eric. Eric says, if you had to dispose of a body, how would you do it? Okay, I don't want this to devolve, Lewis, into a very graphic descriptions type of thing, but I think when I think about this broadly, if I had to dispose of a body, I would try to do it by means of breaking down the body into some kind of state in which it would be far more easily hideable or disposable. And, you know, we don't have to get into the micro minutia of exactly how that would be done, but I think that would be my strategy, as opposed to trying to dump the entire body into the water somewhere or bury the entire body. That would not be the way I would try to do it. This is a pretty dark question, but I'm answering it because someone wants it answered. That's what would go through my mind if the circumstances allowed for it, I guess.
You know, I used to watch those shows, those crime shows, like the forensic type shows, and not the glorified fictional TV shows like CSI. I mean the real ones where they talk about murders, and they pretty much divulge every secret on how these bodies were found and identified. So I've learned quite a bit. And honestly, I think the first thing I would do is try to make a friend in a morgue and have the body cremated. And then that pretty much solves all your problems.
Yeah, but of course, then you're significantly opening yourself up to risk because now someone knows what you're doing.
That's true. That's true. But hey, you know, money talks. And I think the first thing I would do is you got to burn all the hair off the body. And then the teeth, the fingernails and toenails have to come off. And those have to be discarded separately in a place where no one can find them. And of course, a very small amount of stuff we're talking about here, easier to hide. And yeah, then I don't know. And I guess it depends on where you live. But like David said, you got to break it down. You got to...
if people have watched Breaking Bad, certainly they would have some ideas of what could be done.
Of course, the barrels with the liquid, that certainly would be a viable option. I'd have to go revisit that and find out exactly what it is.
Is anyone else creeped out that Lewis has such a specific plan of action?
Like I said, I just watched a lot of these shows. Many of these shows, David. I've never done this before. I don't plan to do it. And hopefully I never have to do it.
What do you think, Lewis, and this actually is kind of interesting, what do you think is the biggest mistake people make when they try to hide a body?
You know, I think some people are just naive, and they go off to some wooded area and bury it, cover it with leaves. I think people forget that there are animals out there who will you know, try and dig things up that they smell. That there are people out there hiking and riding bikes. I think people are just naive about where they put these things and the amount of traffic and things that actually happen in those areas.